presentation on the unit plan, The Tiger Rising, developed by Ashley Samarin. The unit is based on the novel, The Tiger Rising by Kate DiCamillo. Students will be exploring this novel and the literary elements using technology while meeting the different levels of Bloom's taxonomy, as well as participating in activities that meet the multiple intelligences. What is this unit about? In this unit, students will be reading the story, The Tiger Rising by Kate DiCamillo. Students will focus on understanding the complete story and learning how to break down the different literary elements. Through this unit, the students will be working towards the various standards used to develop the unit while meeting the different levels of Bloom's taxonomy. Each activity was uniquely designed to challenge students' level of thinking while incorporating technology. Each activity will also meet various intelligences based on Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences. Standards met. 4th grade California State Standards. Reading. Word recognition, 1.1 and 1.6. Reading comprehension, comprehension and analysis of grade level appropriate text, 2.2, 2.3, 2.5, and 2.7. Literature response and analysis, 3.2, 3.3, 3.5. Writing strategies, 1.3. Research and technology, 1.5, 1.7, 2.2, response to literature, A and B. These standards are standards that will be met by the students many times throughout the unit. Standard 2.4, speaking and applications, 2.3. Technology standards. Point 1, creative and innovative, standards A, B, and C. These standards will be met through students using systems like Microsoft Office, including Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. These programs will allow the students to create new work and practice their technology skills while demonstrating the content being met by state standards. Point 2, communication and collaboration, standards A, B, and D. These standards will be met in many activities where students have the opportunity to work with groups. Point 4, critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making, standards A and B. Students will have a chance to practice these standards when creating their research project. Point 5, digital citizenship, standards A, B, C, and D. Students will practice these standards every time they use technology, as well as when they comment on other students' blogs. Digital citizenship is an important part of the technology standards. Point 6, technology operations and concepts. Students will be practicing these standards when they are introduced to the new programs that are embedded throughout this unit. The students will take the prior knowledge that they already have and apply it to their new program. Bloom's taxonomy and Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences. Bloom's taxonomy. Meeting the different levels of Bloom's allows for students to achieve greater understanding of the content. It also allows us as teachers to stretch our students' brains and allow them to maybe put themselves in the shoes of the characters and reevaluate what they've read. In this particular unit, students will participate in different activities that challenge the different levels of Bloom's while incorporating the intelligences. Example activity. Students will develop an author report as if they were a news journalist. Students will collect the needed information from the author's website and create a journalist report. Students will then type the report and post it on the class blog. An activity such as this causes students to think at the creative level of Bloom's. This activity also is enriching for students who have a strong intelligence in logical, verbal, and the naturalistic intelligences. The naturalistic might be a stretch, but I think it applies because people who are naturalists are also able to relate to others, and I think it'd be a good touch on a journalistic report to relate to the author in some way. Activities such as this enhance a unit and allow students to gain a greater appreciation for learning. It also keeps students interested in the unit because in incorporating the intelligences, You're incorporating a wide variety of activities that allow students to try different things. It also keeps them interested. Enhancing the unit with technology. This unit is not only built around the theory of Bloom's taxonomy and Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence, but also the use of technology. Below are examples of how technology is used to enhance this unit. Microsoft Office system. This includes Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Technology such as this gives students practice in using common computer systems, along with aiding in students' creative process. The students will be using these systems quite often, especially when writing their reports, journals, and even sometimes blogs if they feel comfortable typing and then copying it into the web page. Blogs. The use of a blog allows students to share their work with other students in the class, as well as allow others to give their peers feedback. This is like having a class discussion, but on the internet. And it's great because students would also be able to work on this from home if they have computer access, or from the library if they don't have a computer. This also provides students with a publishing experience. It's always nice to be told that I've been published. Audacity and iMovie. Students will be able to present their projects in a new mode that will support the visual, musical, and auditory learner. An iTouch. This will be used as a reader for the interactive text. This is a useful tool for the visual, logical, and kinesthetic learner. iTouch actually has an application for the novel The Tiger Rising. It allows students to search specific words, highlight text, or even find definitions for words that are complicated. Software that will be used. KidPix, Paint, and Storio. These programs support students' creative side. These programs will support the visual, interpersonal, kinesthetic, and naturalist learner. More programs are used throughout this unit. By incorporating technology into the unit, students have the opportunity to enhance their projects and overall learning experience. Technology allows teachers to meet the students' specific intelligences, as well as capture students' attention, because the use of technology is fun for students. And finally, what have I learned? Through the development of this unit, I have learned how to incorporate Bloom's taxonomy, as well as take into consideration all types of learners, truly focusing on the multiple intelligence theory from Howard Gardner. I have learned how to use technology to enhance student learning. The use of iPod Touch and the interactive text that's there would help our visual and logical learners, as well as kinesthetic. This would help the students better understand what's going on in the story, because they're able to interact with the text. I have also learned that incorporating technology doesn't need to be difficult. Something like the iPod Touch application is simple. Put it on the iPod Touch, explain to the students the basic tools, and go from there. It also could be having students type out their work, or enter it into the computer and post it on the blog, or even create a PowerPoint that they'll present to the class. I have also learned the importance of planning units ahead and presenting them to the students, because it allows for a smoother and a well-developed unit to be taught. When the students know what's going on and what will be expected of them, they are more likely to meet the standards and go above what the teacher has for them. Overall, I have truly enjoyed this class and the creation of this unit. It has stretched my mind, and I now have a greater appreciation for diversifying my teaching and taking into consideration the importance of the different